It's a beautiful day here at Cedar Lakes.
I'm in the valley.
Just win.
And sometimes when you live in a small town,
there are no strangers.
Off as an award-winning sports writer and stadium voice at Ripley High for 30 years.
So I'm the one-man director of the Ripley Convention and Visitors Bureau.
We're now joined by the legendary PA voice of the Vikings, Mike Rubin. Rube, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you, Brian. It's good to be here.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to the campus of Ripley High School for tonight's game as the Warren Local Warriors take on your Ripley Vikings.
It's truly been a great ride with the Vikings this fall, and we'll hope that journey continues for a few more weeks.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, from Evans to Cottageville, from Kennet to New Era, Ripley High School is proud to present the pride of Jackson County, the Ripley Viking Band.
You always want to be the king where you live. No matter if you're at a basketball game, a baseball game, or what it is, you want to be the king where you live.
Thank you so much for joining us behind all the home games at Ripley High School. You're so much a part of the atmosphere there, and we appreciate you being with us tonight.
All right, fans, it's football time in Death Valley. Let's bring it on.
The Madison Jackson General Hospital countdown continues.
Both teams back out on the floor. Lady Vikings to our left in their home white, blue lettering, blue numerals, blue trim. Lady Devils to our right, road red, white lettering, black numerals, black lettering, trimmed in white. Rivalry that goes back a long way, Jeff. What does it mean tonight for the Vikings, and how do they get it done? They need to get on a win streak. They've got one in a row here after losing 3 of 5. They got to start stringing some wins together.
Without a doubt. Brian, I think it's very important, not only for these girls to get the win, but also for their psyche. I mean, they go over there and they thought, you know, okay, we're just going to go to Ravenswood, take care of business, get us another W, and come on back home. It didn't happen. And, you know, whether you want to believe it or not, it puts a little seed of doubt in some heads. Okay, how are we going to stop so-and-so? How are we going to, you know, what are we going to do? Are we going to shoot the ball good? Are we going to, you know, take care of business at home? So a lot of pressure. You know, they want to win so bad, and it's a cross-county rivalry. As you said earlier in the broadcast, nothing to do with the sectional seedings and regional seedings, any of that kind of stuff. It's just bragging rights. So I think our girls will be ready to go.
And with only 1 month remaining in the regular season, now would be a good time for the Lady Vikings to build some winning momentum as they approach postseason play. We'll step out when we return. We'll have the starting lineups in tonight's opening tip. Lady Vikings hosting the Lady Red Devils from Ravenswood here at the Health Center on Friday night. More basketball after this on C98 The Bull.
Oh, shit.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare of bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to play some ball.
Let's go to public address announcer Jeremy Eastman for tonight's starting lineups here at the Health Center. First, the Lady Devils from Ravenswood.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's matchup, starting 5 for Ravenswood, number 1, Emily Ratchford. Number 2, Macy Mosser. Number 3, Hadley Magoski. Number 4, Evelyn Yeager. And number 10, Sammy Maxson. And now, ladies Number 2, junior forward, Morgan Shankland. Junior guard, number 15, Harris. Another junior guard, number 33, Sophie Nichols. Number 12, center, Abby Eastman. And the lone senior of the team, leading it all the way to victory tonight, point guard, number 55, McKinnon Hall.
Thank you, Jeremy Eastman, for tonight's starting lineups. A big hug between McKinnon Hall and Butch Varney at half court. A lot of respect between those two. Butch Varney's been at this for a long time, and he's one of the best. Carol Williams does a fantastic job for the Lady Devils. Should be a good game here tonight, Jeff. Lady Vikings will be moving from our right to left from our broadcast position here courtside at the Hill Center. Second Friday night, actually third Friday night in a row for us, right? We were here 2 weeks ago, and then last Friday down at Winfield, the boys. Good to be with you. Kick the weekend off the right way as Eastman will jump it up at center court with Ratchford. Ball's in the air. Lady Vikings control the tip, and it's McKinnon Hall. She'll bring it across the timeline, slowly angling toward the far sideline to our left. Ravenswood 2-1-2, Jeff, is that what I'm seeing defensively?
They're playing a little box. Instead of a box and one, it's a triangle and two being implemented. We knew Coach Varney would have something.
That's a foul on Ratchford as Ryan takes it to the rack. And Jeff, we're a different team when she gets 2 feet in the paint. We saw that a couple of weeks ago when she was being aggressive offensively. The Lady Vikings are tough to defend as she makes the first of two.
Sure are, and you notice we went to that triangle and two defense, and the Lady Vikes spread it out. Coach Kennedy recognized it immediately and got them in a good set where Aaron could get her feet in the paint.
Lady Vikes on top early, 2-0. 2 free throws from junior Aaron Ryan as Ratchford brings it across the timeline. Lady Vikings straight man-to-man defense. Getting some movement out on the wings. Maxon with it. Now off to Magoski. Between the legs dribble. She goes to work on Ryan. Ball deflected off the leg of Magoski. Turnover. Ravenswood give the deflection there to Sophie, I believe, Jeff.
And the Lady Vikes are in a man-to-man, but they're switching everything. They just keep, Ravenswood just keeps down screening, and the Lady Vikes are just switching on it.
Trying to get shots on the wing. I would assume that's what that offense is designed to do. 7 minutes to go first quarter. 2-0 Lady Vikes. There's Ryan left wing. Top circle to Eastman. Now to Nichols, right wing. Screen and roll to Eastman. Eastman back to Nichols. Now in the corner to Shanklin. Shanklin down on the block to Eastman, baseline. Nowhere to go. She's double teamed into the hands of McKinnon Hall, and the senior brings it back out, and she'll reset. That's the wisdom of the senior point guard, to not force a shot with no shot clock. They have plenty of time. Ryan looks at a three, right wing. Got it.
And if she comes out stroking, watch out.
Big smile on her face. She's having fun. She's been battling injury, and now she's going to pick up a reach foul, and that's not what Coach Kennedy wants to see. Coming off, she was off the ball that time, reaching in, trying to knock it loose, and she's caught with her hand in the cookie jar.
And they got to know, Brian, where the shooters are and how deep they got to go to guard, because we get overextended sometimes.
Magoski floater, in and out. Hall rebounds it from the Lady Vikes, quickly the other way. Ryan with it straight away. Corner to Shanklin. She'll dribble it back out to Nichols. Nichols left wing. Now she'll reset the Hall. Not great court spacing there. You hear Coach Kennedy trying to get him to spread it out, and then Macy Mosser picks one up. She's about 25 feet from the basket. That's not what Coach Williams wants out of her either. She has to have Macy on the floor the majority of this game.
Oh, without a doubt. Once they get into their bench, Brian, you're going to see this Ravenswood team drop off a lot.
Into the backcourt, they throw it. Ryan bringing it across the timeline to get it back to Hall. Mosser guarding her. Left-hand dribble angling near side. Back to Ryan, right of the circle. She'll back down Ratchford. Picks up her dribble, nowhere to go with it. Off to Eastman, finish. Good pass.
Just that quickly, the Lady Vikes jump out to a 7-0 lead. Only 5. There's 5:38 left in the first period. Only played a couple minutes here, Brian, and the Lady Vikings offensively look pretty good.
Great start. Great start for the Lady Vikings defensively, as well as Eastman deflects one out of bounds. And Ravenswood will inbound under their own basket baseline. 5:28 to go first quarter, 7-0 Lady Vikes.
And you talked about what we're going to do with Radford early in this game. Well, they're just denying her the basketball, Brian. That seems to be the way that Coach Kennedy wants to guard tonight. And there's a lot of help down there as they're switching everything.
Yeager and Ryan tie it up on the floor. It stays with Ravenswood. Now Mosser, right wing. In the corner to Magoski, and a foul is going to be called. That's probably on Shanklin, I believe. She tried to fight through the screen, and she's going to be called for the personal foul.
Coach Kennedy working the sideline down there tonight for the Vikings. Very active early in this game. 2 team fouls on each team thus far in the first period.
Inbound to Yeager, near corner, guarded by Shanklin. Off the switch now on the Hall. Magoski with the basketball, trying to fight through that defense, and there's another foul. Jeff, the offside official makes the call, and that's going to be on Shanklin. That's 2 on her. That is a developing story, Jeff. We can't lose her either.
No, she does the things that nobody else does out there, the dirty work, so to speak.
Ball deflected out of bounds off the foot of Aaron Ryan.
Just got to play solid on the defensive end, partner. You know, they're not going to bust us from threes all night long.
And if they do, you tip your cap to them, right? I mean, you have to play good, solid defense.
As soon as you say that.
Great shot from Sammy Maxon. She cans one from deep, and it's 7-3. Lady Vikings lead it. Lid off the rim now for Ravenswood as Ryan left wide open, near corner 3. She got it. 2 for her.
She's on fire.
Feeling it. She has 8 of the Lady Viking 10 points. Give the assist to McKendon Hall. Nice take to the basket. Ratchford can't finish. Nichols boards it. Quick throw ahead to Eastman. Shot up, no good, but she's fouled. That's 2 on Mosser.
What a run out. Sophie got the rebound, just sprinted, pushed the ball up the floor. Found Abby Eastman cutting to the basket, hit her in stride, and she gets fouled as she goes up.
So Abby with 2 points here tonight so far. Looking to make it 3 and 4 as she will get 2 shots. Rolls it around and drops it in.
11-3 as Shanklin will come out of the game for the Lady Vikings. Maddie Vance will replace her in the Viking lineup.
Avery Cole in for Mosser. Eastman's second one up and in. 12-3 Lady Vikings, 4:31 to go here in the opening quarter. Ratchford across the timeline, center court. Nice behind the back dribble move, back to Magoski, and she cans the 3. You should have kept your mouth closed, Jeff. Now they got 2 consecutive threes as
the jinx on
threes are starting to fall for the Red Devils.
We weren't switching that time, Brian, and
Eastman to Hall, layup good.
We didn't switch, and she got behind the screen, and nobody decided to come out and guard her.
14-6 Lady Vikings. There's Maxon, back to Ratchford. Ratchford looking for space. She goes to work on Ryan. Floater in the paint, no good. Ball tapped around. Ryan boards it. She's on the line. Lady Red Devils will keep it.
Tough call. Aaron was able to look down to see where her feet were, and you would have thought if she thought she was out, she would have tried to save it to a Viking, but it's probably a pretty smart play underneath your own basket.
Yeah, you don't want to throw it under the back to them for a layup. Here's a drive by Ratchford. Pass, baseline shot. No good by Yeager. Eastman boards it. Ahead to Vance. Nichols is going to pass it ahead. Shot no good. Eastman's putback no good. Back out to the Lady Vikings. Now Hall. Baseline jumper in.
Lady Vikes on fire, 16-6 with 3 minutes to go here in the quarter.
Carol Williams wants a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. Jeff will take one, too. 16-6. Lady Vikings lead it with 3:17 remaining here in the first quarter. More basketball after this on C98. The Bull. Devils with the basketball to our right, trailing 16-6. Wygoski with it right wing. Behind the back dribble goes to work on Hall. And a tie-up. McKinnon Hall showing some strength there, Jeff, as she just takes it away from Wygoski.
Wygoski, as you said, a nice little player, but she looks to drive the basketball anytime she gets it in her hands. The Lady Vikes were able to collapse that time and get the tie-up.
Ball in the corner to Ryan. Here comes another three, too strong. And Maddie Vance going to be called for an over-the-back. Good call.
Yeah, that's all right. Coach Kennedy urging Aaron on. She had a wide-open look. She's had the hot hand. Not a bad shot. That's just a tough shot from the corner.
No question about it. You got to keep firing. She's shooting well so far. 2.5 to go here in the first. 16-6, right wing, Wygoski. Left-hand dribble, top circle. She'll shoot a three, contested. Off the mark, Eastman boards it.
Here come the Lady Vikings again.
Sophie into the front court, scoreless. Here comes a deep three. No longer.
Count it.
From way downtown.
It's not the first time we've seen that one, partner. And if her and Aaron both are stroking, throw McKinnon in there. That's a good night for the Lady Vikes.
19-6. Under 2 to go here in the first quarter. Wygoski will back it out. Left wing to Ratchford. She'll get a screen from Wygoski. Drives to the basket. Here's a three from Yeager. In and out. Hall boards it. Here come the Lady Vikings. Quick throw ahead. Here's another three from Ryan. She cans that one.
And that's more to her liking out there on that wing, and she drills it.
Absolutely on fire. 22-6. Now the shot from Maxon, no good. Boarded by Hall. Sophie, she'll step into another one from way downtown.
Count it. It's raining threes here tonight, partner.
Sophie Nichols, 30-second timeout by Ravenswood, 25-6. She shot that one from the west side of town, 25-6. Sophie Nichols with 6. Abby Eastman with 4. Aaron Ryan with 11. And McKinnon Hall with 4. And the Lady Vikings with 25 points on the board in the first quarter, and there's still 1:15 to go.
Unbelievable, Brian. They have shot the ball, as you just mentioned, exceptionally well. And the last two by Soph have been, as you said, really deep. And she's got all the confidence in the world. The Lady Vikes, I'm sure Coach Kennedy's saying, do not take your foot off the gas. Do not let them back in this ball game. Don't give them any hope here with 1:15 still left in the first period.
8 of 11 from the floor and 5 of 6 from behind the arc here in the first quarter. Absolutely on fire. Here's Ratchford. Down on the block and ball tapped out of bounds.
They're going to try to go inside maybe a little bit more. That being the Red Devils.
Brooklyn Adams has checked in for the Devils. Here's Mogoski, excuse me. She'll step into a deep three. That one's off the mark. And a good job of block out. Maddie Vance is going to be called for the foul. She undercut Maxson, who was going up to get that rebound.
And that's the only thing the Lady Vikes have done so far. They have 5 team fouls in the first period.
Inbounds. Layup shot, good.
Can't let her catch it that deep.
I believe that was Maxson. I was blocked out.
It was Maxson.
25.
Maddie let her cut across her face. And
Hall for 3, too strong. Rebounded by Eastman. Shot, no good. Good defense by the Lady Devils. Brooklyn Adams with the board and the block. And a turnover as the Lady Vikings will have it coming back the other way. Red Devils got a little out in front of themselves that time.
And Abby did a good job down there. She caught that ball and was getting losing her balance, just threw it up, hoping that maybe even if she missed, we'd get a rebound.
The hold for the final shot. 23 seconds in the corner to Ryan. Baseline drive off to Eastman. Mid-range jumper, no good. Rebounded by Maxson. Red Devils can hold for the final shot now. 12 seconds. Ratchford into the front court. 9 seconds. We'll get into their offense. 6 seconds. Off to Mogoski, 3 seconds. She'll shoot a deep three. That's off the mark. Out of bounds, and it will be the end of the first quarter. And what a quarter it was for the Lady Vikings. They lead it 25-8. We'll return with second quarter action after this on C98, The Bull. Absolutely on fire. 8 of 14 in that first quarter, 57%. And Jeff, no turnovers.
What a quarter, as you said, Brian. I don't think I've seen anything like that here in a while. But you can't ease up. You can't let down. Kara Williams and assistant coach Butch Barney will not let their girls quit.
Here's Ratchford with it. She'll drive it on Eastman. Good take to the basket. A lot of contact, no call. She gets it to fall. 25-10, 15-point Lady Viking advantage.
Straight line dribbles, and we know what that'll do to you. It'll kill you.
The player on the floor, 33. I do not have a number for, or a name for, excuse me. Here's Sophie from deep. That one's too strong. Rebounded by Maxson.
I think McKinnon Hall
Ooh, they're going to call it on. Maxon's going to pick up the foul.
Yeah. Street, I believe, is number 33.
Mosser will come back out. Hall will inbound it under her own basket, throws it into the backcourt.
That's all right. We can still go get it.
Ryan will bring it across the timeline slowly into the front court. Down the block, they try to go to Hall. Now they turn it over for the first time.
No reason to panic. Up 15, 25-10 our score. Just a minute into the second period here.
So Ratchford trying to cut into that lead. She picks up her dribble. Now she finds Yeager in the corner. She goes to Magoski, cut off by Hall. She tries a baseline drive. Under 7 minutes to go here in the first half. 25-10 Lady Vikings. Ratchford good with the basketball. Off the street. Here's a three. And off the mark. Tracked down by Hall to
Great
Eastman.
save.
Great effort. Sophie off to Ryan. Baseline drive. Layup shot. She goes down hard. Two girls go down hard as Hall falls over Ryan. I think Aaron will get herself to the free throw line. Everybody's up and okay, thankfully, as Ratchford picks up her second personal.
And a great drive, as you said, by Aaron. She got the baseline, and she didn't hesitate. She takes it all the way to the rim.
Jeff, you see so much straight line, baseline drives anymore. That used to be something that coaches really impressed upon their players. Don't let people drive baseline. Put your foot on that baseline. Don't let them do it. You see it happen night in and night out as Ryan makes both. It's 27-10.
And you're exactly right, Brian. And most teams will practice that almost every day.
Mosser, long two, off the mark. Tracked down by Street. Good effort by the Red Devil reserve as she's checked into the ball game. Magoski off to Ratchford. Ratchford to Street. Left-hand dribble, trying to get it down the block to Mosser. They had a advantage down there. Mosser's shot no good. Street tracks down that rebound. And it's going to be off the leg, I think, of Abby Eastman.
Coach Kennedy trying to get a call, still a call over there. Working hard tonight.
Hope he's got the sweat towel with him tonight. That's a must on a night like tonight. 6 minutes remaining first half, 27-10. Here's Street, left wing. Left-hand dribble on Eastman. Stolen. Ball comes out of there with it. 3-on-3 coming the other way. Sophie wide open, left wing. Got it.
Count it.
Shooting fish in a barrel. Good find by McKinnon Hall.
She gets her feet set. It's money.
3 threes for Sophie tonight. She's 3 of 4 from behind the arc.
Great assist there by Hall.
Mosser, strong drive. Can't get it to go. Hall boards it. Here come the Lady Vikes the other way. Right-hand dribble quickly straight to the basket. Pass off to Eastman. Shot up. Good. And one.
What a play. What a pass by McKinnon. Hall didn't think she had an angle partner. She found Abby, and I thought maybe Abby was going to be too far under the basket. She found a way to get it up softly and draw the foul. And now she gets to shoot.
32-10. Abby with 6. Give the assist to Hall. 6 fouls on the Devils, 5 on the Vikings here in the first half. Eastman, free throw, in and out. Hall tracks it down and knocked out of bounds by Sophie. Good effort, Ravenswood basketball.
Yeah, she and Ratford going after that loose ball. And Sophie got there first. She was just, her momentum caused her to lose it out of bounds, but good hustle play.
Here's Adams back in the ball game. Off to Magoski, right wing. Nowhere to go. Now they clear it out. And Aaron Ryan's going to be called for the touch foul. And, Jeff, that will be 2 on her.
You know, that is so frustrating, Brian. You know, so often they let them beat each other all the way up and down the floor, and then something like that happens. But it is a foul. I mean, that was a good call, and Coach Kennedy's coaching her up, saying you just can't let her get that close.
She can't commit those type of fouls. There's a three in the corner off the inbounds. Don't lose the inbounder, Jeff, and that's what the Lady Vikings did as Magoski buries a three. 32-13. 4:47 to go. Clock turning. Eastman at the elbow. Off to Hall. Hall with Mosser guarding her. Left-hand dribble. Nearly turns it over. Sophie comes out with it. She'll shoot one from the left elbow. In and out. Rebounded by Maxson.
Here come the Red Devils on the run.
Nice little floater in transition by Magoski. 4 in a row for the Lady Devils, and it's 32-15.
She's a nice player. She always has been, and she's stepped up trying to bring the Red Devils back into this game.
She's got great touch around the rim. Now Ryan takes to the basket. Left-hand finish. Up and in. She has 15.
With the left hand that time. Great play.
Aaron Ryan has 15. The Lady Devils have 15. What a night for the junior. Here's Ratchford. Left hand. In the corner.
Oh, that's going to be 3.
What a great play by Maddie Vance to pick up the charge. They want to call it, Jeff. You know it. As a defender, that's 3 on Ratchford.
And the youngster steps up, playing big off the bench with Shanklin in foul trouble early, and Maddie has come in and done a good job.
Street and Maxson back into the ball game. So player control foul, so nobody's shooting there, but that is put the Lady Vikings into the bonus. Nice screen and roll to Eastman, lays it up and in.
Ravenswood went straight man-to-man, and they just can't match up with the Lady Vikings.
Aaron Ryan with the assist. She is having a night. Here's one from the left wing, off the mark. And tracked down by Hall. As into the front court come the Lady Vikings. Sophie Nichols, baseline drive, contact, no call, misses a shot, gets her own rebound. Putback won't go. Eastman boards it. She can't connect.
Nothing called underneath, and a walk that they got away with there too. Coach Kennedy upset about that.
36-15. Hard to be upset about a whole lot. Here's a shot by Magoski. No good. High for the rebound. Eastman. Come the Lady Vikings the other way. 2:50 to go first half.
Hall straight line drive, buddy.
Beautiful take to the basket. She got the defender in the air, and she lays it up and in for the and one. That's going to be on Street. That'll be her second. Now McKinnon will go to the free throw line with 6 points.
Lady Vikes continue just to apply pressure, and they look a little winded out there. Might not be a bad time to just get one of those full timeouts and just get a blow, and he's going to call it. Great job by John Kennedy just to get his girls off the floor and get them a little water, get them a little break, and it's a full timeout.
We'll take 1-2, 39-15. Lady Vikings lead it. 2:49 remaining here in the first half. More Lady Viking basketball after this on C98 The Bowl. Behind the arc, 1 turnover.
Yeah, we've cooled off a lot here in the second period, Brian.
Almost down to 50% here in the first half.
And, you know, what a job these young ladies have done here tonight in executing on the offensive end of the floor and playing pretty good D out there, too. They've had a couple breakdowns, but not many.
Ravenswood has to be careful. This thing could get well out of hand here at the end of the last couple of minutes of the half. As Mosser with a good take to the basket, and they're going to call her for her third personal. Aaron Ryan drawing that charge.
That's the help defense that Coach Kennedy preaches out there. Girls, if you get beat, somebody show. 9 times out of 10, they'll mow right over top of you, and you called it, partner. They love making that charge call.
As a defender, Jeff, you just have to make them call it, whether it's a charge or not. They are 9 times out of 10 going to call it if you're in even anywhere near a guarding position. Aaron Ryan with the drive to the basket. Cut off. Nice head and shoulders fake. Up and under. Shot won't go. Rebounded by Maddie Vance, and she will be fouled.
Yep, they're going to call a jump ball. It's going to stay with the Vikings.
Good effort by Maddie with 2:19 to go here in the first half. 39-15 your score. Lady Vikings lead it. Into Nichols. And she travels. Good call.
Got in a hurry. She knew she had something there. She came clean. They ran at her. She was going to try to penetrate. But just shuffled those feet.
So Street back in the game. She'll bring it across the timeline. Lady Devils in some foul trouble. So Ratchford and Moss are both on the bench. Here's a shot from Street. Straight away. 3 no good. Aaron Ryan boards it.
Whoa.
And a tie-up.
Oh, my goodness.
Quick whistle on the tie-up as Aaron Ryan will be credited with the turnover. Inbounding under their own basket. Get it into Magoski. And McKinnon's going to be called for the foul.
That's going to give them into the bonus. Be the 17th foul on the Lady Vikes.
It's McKinnon's first personal. So Magoski will go to the free throw line. She has 8 points tonight. 8 of the Lady Devils' 15. Couple of dribbles, a right-hander. Up and in. Make it 9 for Magoski. 39 to 16. Lady Vikings lead it.
She's got 9 of their 16. Now make it 10.
Let's make it 10. 10 of their 17. So a 22-point advantage for the Lady Vikings as we dip under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Hall across the timeline, now angling near side. Off to Eastman, left of the circle, back to Hall. Out near the Viking logo, she'll reset the offense. Hands off to Sophie, left wing. Ryan puts it on the deck, off to Hall, in the corner. Yeager guarding her. And she'll reset, still 90 seconds remaining. They can hold for the final shot technically, Jeff. I don't imagine they will do that. However,
yep, they're running their little delay.
Delay at the top circle. Ryan to Nichols. Down screen, back out to Hall. This is where you get sloppy with the basketball. You got to be careful. Hall in the corner to Vance. Baseline drive. Shot up. No good. Rebounded by Hall. Head and shoulders fake. Shot up. And no whistle, but it'll be Lady Viking basketball.
Man. Lots of contact down there.
1 minute exactly remaining here in the first half. Inbounds into the corner to Ryan, off to Hall. She'll shoot the 3, too strong. Eastman keeps it alive into the hands of Vance. Her shot won't go. Eastman boards it. Her putback fouled, no good. She gets her own rebound. Now they'll reset it. 40 seconds. Ryan, right wing, gets a screen. Foul line jumper, good. She is on fire. 17 points here in the first half. 41-17. Street across the timeline, left-hand dribble angling toward the Viking student section. Dribbles all the way to the basket, shot up no good. Vance boards it, and a quick tie-up call. It'll go to the Lady Vikings.
And the Lady Vikings in 17 seconds have plenty of time to advance the ball to the front court and try to get an additional basket.
Nichols inbounds to Hall. Quickly across the timeline. They're going to call a timeout with 12.5 to go. Coach Kennedy wants to draw up a play. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. 41-17. Johnson Insurance Agency halftime report will be coming to you here in a few moments. Jeff Waybright, Brian Johnson courtside. And it's been a half for the Lady Vikings. They're, as we sit, on the way, trending towards scoring 82 points tonight. You got to believe it's not going to cool off a little bit in the second half. But wow, what a first half.
And you got to take into consideration when Ravenswood comes back in the second half, they've got some of their key players and 3 fouls. I mean, if we still play aggressively and they continue to guard like they have, Brian, I mean, they would have to go to their bench. And as I said, that bench isn't real deep.
So 12.5 to go here in the first half. 41-17. McKinnon Hall will inbound it to our left here by the scorer's table. She inbounds into the backcourt to Ryan.
10 seconds.
Ryan across the timeline. 7 seconds. Vance. Here's Sophie off the curl. Double team. Shot won't go. Eastman rebounds at her shot. Putback won't go, and a foul's called with 0.9 seconds remaining here in the first half. Abby Eastman doing work on the glass again.
Great job. And Sophie, you know, getting so much attention, couldn't get the foul call. She was knocked to the floor, but it left Abby wide open on the backside, and when she gets it that deep, usually it's good things.
Abby, 2 shots. First one up and in. She has 9. 42-17. Second one for the junior. Couple of dribbles on the way. Good. 10 points for Eastman here in the first half. Ravenswood, no time to get a shot off, and they will go to the half trailing 43-17. We return. We'll have the Johnson Insurance Agency halftime report after this, right here on C98, The Bull.
Red Bull coming out.
It's a beautiful day here at Cedar Lakes.
Just win. And sometimes when you live in a small town,
there are no strangers.
Kickoff as an award-winning sports writer and stadium voice at Ripley High for 30 years.
So I'm the one-man director of the Ripley Convention and Visitors Bureau.
We're now joined by the legendary PA voice of the Vikings, Mike Rubin. Rube, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you, Brian. It's good to be here.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to the campus of Ripley High School for tonight's game as the Warren local Warriors take on your Ripley Vikings.
It's truly been a great ride with the Vikings this fall, and we'll hope that journey continues for a few more weeks.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, from Evans to Cottageville, from Kennet to New Era, Ripley High School is proud to present the pride of Jackson County, the Ripley Viking Band.
You always want to be the king where you live. No matter if you're at a basketball game, a baseball game, or what it is, you want to be the king where you live.
Thank you so much for joining us behind all the home games at Ripley High School. You're so much a part of the atmosphere there, and we appreciate you being with us tonight.
All right, fans, it's football time in Death Valley.
Thank you.
second half action about to begin here from the Health Center. Can the Lady Vikings keep it going? What a half of basketball they played. And we'll see if they can do it again. Starters back out on the floor for both teams. And we are underway here from the Health Center. Second half, 43-17. Lady Vikings lead at Mosser. Now top circle, it's Ratchford back in the ball game. Over to Yeager, right wing. Back to Ratchford, spin move guarded by Shanklin, who's back in the game. Back to Mosser. She's trapped in the corner by Eastman. Nobody there, nowhere to go with it. And a 5-second call.
And a little lineup change for the Red Devils, and it's surprising. Magoski's not on the floor for the Red Devils. Street is inserted into the lineup to start the second half.
So a turnover to begin the second half for the Lady Devils. And the Lady Vikings with a chance to tack onto that lead, but that's going to be an offensive foul.
And Shanklin picks up number 3 very quickly, trying to set the screen.
Aggressive screen on the offensive end. And so Ratchford will bring it across the timeline. Kind of interesting. Magoski not on the floor. You wonder if she's injured. And here's a steal by Hall. She's going to go end to end and lay it up and in. Good play by the senior, overplaying the passing lanes.
And that's what she does. You just got to love her, man. She just doesn't stop out there on either end.
And here comes Magoski. She's going to check in next dead ball. It's 9 for McKinnon Hall as Ratchford hands it off to Street. Aaron Ryan guarding her. Left-hand dribble. Back to Ratchford. Lady Vikings, as you said, switching on the screens. Aaron Ryan gets Ratchford off the screen defensively. Pass down on the block to Mosser. She reverses it out to Street. 3 on the way, no good. And that one's out of bounds to the Lady Vikings.
So Ravenswood looking a little out of sync as Mosser checks in, or excuse me, Magoski, as you said, Brian, and she is the one who penetrates and makes things happen out there on the offensive end.
Mosser will pick up Hall right across half court. 6:15 to go here in the third period. 45-17, Lady Vikings. Nichols penetrates, looking to get it to Ryan. Ball deflected out of bounds off of Aaron Ryan. Sophie was expecting her to screen and then roll to the basket, and they had their wires crossed, and they turn it over.
Yeah, just a little confusion offensively. Didn't roll quick enough. We had a backdoor layup as everybody was out front waiting on Sophie to either fire up a 3 or swing the ball on the offensive end.
Ratchford directing traffic, top circle. Off to Magoski. She'll penetrate. Cut off by Hall. Back to Ratchford. Right wing. Dribbling it back out between the circles. Now cross court to Yeager. In the corner to Maxon. Maxon loses the ball. Dug out by Aaron Ryan and a tie-up.
It's going to go to
Lady
the Lady
Viking
Vikings.
basketball.
Good defense. Once again, help defense. Aaron Ryan showed, Brian, and Maxon didn't know what to do. She knocked the ball out of her hand and then went to the floor to grab it up.
Aaron Ryan having a big night tonight on both ends of the floor. As Hall will bring it across the timeline. Left wing to Aaron Ryan. Looking to get it to Sophie off the cut. She gets it, reverses it back out to Vance. Now to Hall. Head and shoulders fake, drive to the basket, shot up, good.
She is so strong on the take, Brian. You know, she puts her shoulder down, turns the corner, and gets it up on the glass.
30-point Lady Viking advantage, 47-17. Trying to get it to Mosser at the elbow. She'll go to work on Eastman. And shot up. They're not going to count it.
They're going to call a jump ball.
It'll stay with the Lady Devils. I'm not sure about that call, Jeff. That looked like a foul all the way.
Maddie Vance giving the Vikings good minutes off the bench with Shanklin in foul trouble.
Inbound to Yeager. Now Magoski, 3 in the corner, good.
You can't go behind that screen. We've talked about it very often.
Sophie quickly into the front court. Offensive foul. She's frustrated as Magoski hounding her. Lost it. Cool a little bit as she sticks her elbow into the chest of Magoski as Magoski takes the charge.
Yeah, she was upset. They didn't call the first one on Magoski. She's all over her out there. And
here's Magoski. She gets a screen. She's going to drive to the basket. Shot up, no good. Foul. Two shots.
It's a bailout. She was out of control going down the lane, and they're going to take Aaron Ryan. Is going to pick up that foul.
That's 3 on Aaron Ryan.
So Shanklin with 3, Aaron with 3.
Magoski, first one. Won't fall, rolls all the way around the rim. Drops off on the right side. She has 13 of the Lady Devils' 20. Make it 14 of 21 as she makes that free throw.
And Ravenswood can't pick up full court for fear of getting beat deep. And so it really limits them on what they can and can't do.
There's Nichols, right wing. And a lot of reaching.
Foul.
And she tried to dribble through that, and that's going to be on Magoski. Watch that. Those two don't appear to be exchanging Christmas cards at any near time, so keep an eye on that one.
Got to do a little.
Got Maddie Vance tying the shoe down there as they will.
Making some girls tuck in their jerseys.
Again, literally maybe the dumbest rule in basketball. You're diving on the floor. You're running all over the place. You're not worried about your jersey being tucked in.
No, it's really strange.
Inbounds to Nichols.
Just got to swing it through. Good job.
Back to Hall. Mosser guarding her. Now Nichols, left wing to Vance. Vance guarded by Ratchford. Back to Nichols. Straight away. Picks up the dribble. Back to Hall. Now she'll pass it off to Ryan off the curl.
Need a screen and a roll. There's the backside's wide open. There it was.
There's the back cut, as you called. Ryan gets a look at the layup. Good. Good pass from Nichols. 19 for Aaron Ryan.
Ravenswood just overplaying everything, partner. So back door is there.
49-21. Lady Vikings lead at 3:40 to go in the third quarter, rather. Magoski straight away. Hard take to the basket. Floater. No good. Rebounded by Nichols.
Getting.
Pass ahead to Hall. Lady Vikings have numbers. Pass off to Vance. Layup no good, but she is fouled. Unselfish play there by Hall.
She had options. She could either throw it down to Addie on the left side or throw it over there to Maddie Vance. Vance got the ball, laid it up, got the foul.
That's 4 on Macy Mosser. Vance to the line. Free throw up and in. So Mosser will have to come out.
Shanklin will be checking in for Vance if she makes this next free throw.
So Maddie working on that shoelace again. 50-21 score. Point off the mark.
Must have known she was coming out.
Into the hands of Hall. Shot up, no good, but she's going to the line.
Now I think that's going to be, I believe, on number 1. It is. That's Rathford.
That's 4 on Ratchford. So now McKinnon will go to the line. She has 11 here tonight. She's 1 of 1 from the line this evening. They get 2 of 2. She has 12. Vance out. Shanklin in.
30-point lead for the Vikings. Hall looks to extend that.
Second one on the way.
Good. She does.
She's really solid from the free throw line, Jeff. All season long, she's barely hit the rim in several of these games that we've done this season from her at the free throw line. You have to feel really comfortable with your senior at the free throw line, especially late in a tight game, the way she shoots it.
Sure do. And good defense being employed here by the Lady Vikes.
Here's Ratchford. She'll drive. Shot up, too strong. Rebounded by Eastman. Abby
almost threw it away, but
pass ahead to Sophie. Sophie back to Hall. Hall shoot a three.
Got it.
Way downtown. Give the assist. Sophie Nichols, 16 points for McKinnon Hall, the senior, here in her final game at home against Ravenswood. 55-21 your score.
Lady Vikes just continue to apply the pressure offensively.
Here's Magoski. Across the top of the circle. Off to Ratchford. She'll set a screen for Ratchford. Back in the hands of Magoski. She drives. Blocking foul. It's going to be called on McKinnon, I believe. As McKinnon gets up limping.
It's going to be called on the floor, but you could hear Coach Kennedy from our vantage point. Mosler was out of control when they bailed her out. Now she pushes off.
55-21 your score. Inbound to Ratchford. She'll dribble it back out between the circles.
Shanklin with 3 fouls.
Shot up, good. Nice drive by Ratchford.
Got a mismatch with Morgan Shanklin out there guarding her on the perimeter with those fouls. She's not going to take any chances of picking up the 4th one, and no help defense that time for the Lady Vikes.
Ratchford, very nifty with the ball as well, Jeff. Good ball handler. She handles it well in traffic, and it showed on that drive. Right to the basket, lays it up and in. 1:39 to go, 3rd period. Shanklin with it. Now to Hall. Back out to Shanklin. Now Nichols with 90 seconds left here in the 3rd. Nichols top circle. Puts her head down, drives to the basket. Ball's loose into the hands of Aaron Ryan. She'll drive it to the basket. Left-hand shot blocked. Rebounded by Yeager.
Nothing being called underneath. Has a lot of contact.
Ratchford out to Maxon for 3. Off the mark. Hall boards it.
Here goes McKenna on the push.
1 minute. She'll drive it to the basket. Shot up. And a foul is going to be whistled on 12, Brooklyn Adams. That'll be her 2nd.
No contact much there, as it's a head scratcher sometimes, Brian, but we'll take it as Mack goes in there strong. She saw an opening and was going to get there.
Off the mark. Brag about the free throw shooting, and she promptly misses the next one. Unusual for McKinnon Hall. As Street will check in, Ratchford will grab a seat here at the end of the quarter. 59 seconds remaining in 3rd quarter. 55-23, 56-23 as Hall connects for her 17th point of the night.
Under a minute to go here, partners. See what Ravenswood does. See if Ripley gets another opportunity.
Maxon off to Magoski under the basket. Shot up, no good. And there is a scrum on the floor. It's like another tie-up. Ball to the Lady Vikings.
So they will have an opportunity with 45 seconds to go to extend this 33-point lead.
45.4 or 5 rather to go. McKinnon will walk it across the timeline slowly as she comes into the front court. 56-23 Lady Viking advantage. Nichols cross court to Shanklin, left wing. Back to Eastman between the circles. Now Hall. Nice screen and roll to Eastman. Layup good.
Layup drill. A great play. Kept the floor spread. Backdoor cut by Abby and lays it in. Great feed by Hall.
12 for Eastman. 10 seconds. Here's Maxon. To Yeager. Now to Street. 3 seconds. Magoski's going to have to get one shot up. She does. Nice drive to the basket as she finishes at the buzzer to end the 3rd period. 58-25. Lady Vikings lead it. We'll return with the 4th quarter after this right here on C98 The Bowl. the basketball here as we begin the second half, or excuse me, the fourth period. And inbound it to Magoski, and she'll bring it across the timeline. Off to Yeager, now in the corner to Maxon. She'll drive. Double team, shot up, no good. Shanklin can't come out of there with it, but it's deflected out of bounds. It'll be Lady Viking basketball. Good effort by Morgan Shanklin to keep it alive.
Again, Ravenswood just trying to drive their way to the hole. Haven't been successful much tonight.
Lady Vikings don't need to be in a hurry, Jeff. With the big lead like this, 7.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Ryan off to Nichols. Nichols, one of the 2 starters not in double figures. She has 3 3-pointers with 9 points here tonight. Hall to work on Maxon. She drives all the way to the basket. Shot up, foul is going to be called on Adams, I believe. And that will be her third.
And they are just, they've got Magoski just face guarding Sophie, trying to take her out. But the rest of the Lady Vikings playing one-on-one against Ravenswood, I like our chances of getting the shot we want.
McKinnon with 18 as she makes the first. Second one on the way. Good. 19 for McKinnon as she ties Aaron Ryan as the high scorer of the ball game. 7:10 to go. 60-25. Lady Vikings lead it. 35-point advantage. Here on Friday night at the Health Center, Magoski to Street, back to Magoski. Goes to work on Eastman, behind the back dribble. Loses the handle, and out of there with it will come McKinnon Hall, I believe, or they're going to call a tie-up.
They are very quick on those whistles. Lady Viking basketball. Ravenswood got it to start the fourth period, so it flipped over to the Vikings.
Hall will inbound to Ryan, and she'll slowly walk it into the front court. Angling near side. Off to Ryan, right wing. Back to Hall between the circles, dribbling across the top of the circle. Now back to Nichols. Sophie maybe got away with a walk.
He definitely did.
Here's Hall. Off the screen, all the way to the basket. Shot no good. Rebounded by Yeager.
No Lady Vikings on the boards that time as Ravenswood boxed out very well.
Nice drive to the basket by Maxon.
She walked.
And she's going to be, they're going to call tie-up.
Good defense there by Nichols, and she got her hand on the ball at the top of the shot, and could have been a walk, could have been a jump ball, and they called the jump ball. Ravenswood's basketball.
So Mosser's back in the ball game. Street along with Ratchford. Street has it. Back to Mosser. She'll put it on the deck, and a bump is going to be called on Eastman. That'll be Abby's first personal with 6:11 to go.
Coach Kennedy screaming no middle. That's what Ravenswood's been doing. They've just been getting it into the middle of the paint, which is what you want.
Here's Street under the basket. Shot too strong. Shanklin boards it. Come the Lady Vikings. Quick throw ahead to Sophie, and she's now in double figures. Good look ahead. Jeff, I believe that was Morgan Shanklin.
It was.
On the assist. Ratchford drive to the basket.
Could be a charge.
They're going to call a block on Abby, so she's going to pick up 2 quick ones.
Gets, if she goes to the floor, she probably gets that call.
Probably so. Probably the right call, though. Ratchford goes to the free throw line, shot up and in.
Boy, they have shut her down pretty much tonight, Brian. As you said early in the pregame, she has been a thorn in the side of the Lady Vikings, and it wasn't a surprise. We were going to try to shut her down. They were going to try to shut Sophie down, and they did pretty much both sides, but Aaron, Ryan, and McKinnon Hall just scoring big along with Abby Eastman.
6 points for Ratchford, and she makes both. 62-27. Mosser guarding Hall. She has to back off of her a little bit with 4 personals. Eastman now back to Hall, right wing. Gets a screen from Eastman, and Mack will shoot the 3, no good. Street rebounds it.
Here Ryan still applying pressure.
Comes Ratchford into the front court, full head of steam. Cut off by Eastman, ball deflected out of bounds by Aaron Ryan. Good defense. Aaron's done a nice job. She picked up 2 quick personal fouls in this ball game, and she's been able to avoid being called for a foul only 1 time here the rest of the way.
Played pretty clean.
Addie's going to be called for another personal foul.
That's horrible.
That's 3 calls on her.
Their feet got tangled up, and it wasn't intentional. It wasn't a trip.
That's 7 on the Lady Vikings, so that'll be a 1-and-1 as Mosser will go to the line. Macy.
You know, it's really hard to keep coaching when you're up 62-27. The coach, John Kennedy, finding coachable moments out there.
Mosser misses the free throw, the 1-and-1 out of bounds to the Lady Vikings.
Now they're going to try to pressure, and this is where layups come into play. Just look ahead.
Nichols, right up the middle of the court, picks up her dribble, turns it over, drags the pivot foot.
No reason to pick it up there, Brian. No pressure on her.
You see that happen a lot as well on all levels of basketball. And you wonder, don't pick the dribble up unless you're shooting it or you know you're passing it.
Right.
Keep that dribble alive. As Magoski has it, top circle, guarded by Hall. She likes that spin move to get to that right hand and a tie-up
ball.
As McKinnon Hall showing off some strength.
Yeah, that's just what I was getting ready to say. That just shows how strong she is. She actually got beat a little bit. She made the recovery and then saw the ball, just reached in and grabbed it.
Lady Vikings break the pressure this time up the far sideline. Ryan now back to Nichols between the circles. Back to Ryan. Now Shanklin, 4:40 to go. 62-27. Hall right in the circle. She'll get a screen from Eastman. Wide open 3 straight away. Short. Eastman boards it, turns around, lays it up and in.
There's Abby Eastman once again, hanging around the bucket, getting the board and putting it back up.
She has 14, 64-27. Lady
Probably
Vikings.
time to start going to the bench as Ravenswood wants a timeout.
21-10, the Lady Vikings advantage here in the second half. We'll step out, full timeout by the Ravenswood bench. Lady Vikings big here on a Friday night. We'll return with the final 4 minutes after this on C98, The Bull. Section having some fun across the way from us. Everyone in blue and white tonight having some fun. Leading big 64-27 as they look to atone from a disappointing loss. First loss of the season 16 days ago in Ravenswood, and I think they've put an exclamation point on that here tonight, Jeff.
I think you're exactly right, partner. They came out on fire and never let up.
Red Devils will have it. Ratchford into the front court to our left. She's guarded by Ryan now. Magoski with it, left wing. Magoski trying to get to that right hand. Good job by McKinnon as she deflects the ball out of there. She likes to back it down and then spin off to her right. She's very good at that move. Good defense that time by McKinnon. As Ratchford finds Street, long 2, baseline jumper, good. She's a good shooter.
Yeah, she played a few minutes in the JV game, and she shot it well there. But a big win by the Lady Vikings in that junior varsity game, too, tonight.
64-29. 3:30 to go here in the ball game. Aaron Ryan back to McKinnon Hall. Standing on the Viking head. Now Nichols drive to the basket and a hard foul by Magoski. No love lost between those two, as you can tell. Nothing dirty about it. It's just a hard foul. You can't allow her to get the shot up on the rim, and she didn't.
And Sophie gets up smiling. You know where you make them pay?
At the free throw line.
That's exactly right. Knock these down.
So Magoski will have to get patched up. She has some blood on her knee. She'll check out of the ball game.
Jaeger back in.
To Nichols. Only 11 tonight. Lady Vikings have 64 points and only 11 from Sophie. That tells you just how dangerous this team can be as she rattles the first one in and out.
Looked good when left her hand, as you said, just unkind.
Second one.
Missed
That's off the mark as well. Ratchford pulls it down. Advantage numbers for Ravenswood. Street, another baseline jumper. That one's short. Shanklin on the glass.
Here we go.
Come the Lady Vikings. Quickly the other way. Nichols, far corner three. Got it. Good look from McKinnon Hall. 67-29. Sophie with 14. She has 4 threes tonight. Ratchford into the front court. On Ryan. Off to Maxon. Maxon with Shanklin guarding her. 5 new Lady Vikings set to check in. Here's Mosser with a baseline. Back out to Ratchford, right wing. Nichols on her, 2:30 remaining in the ball game. Ravenswood turns it over.
Another steal.
What a steal by McKinnon Hall. She'll go end to end. Eastman shot no good. Hall boards it. The senior stat stuffer. You see her box score every night. Now Nichols a long three. Everybody knows they're coming out, so they're trying to get every shot they can up. Maxon with the rebound. 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. Shot from 3. Ratchford no good. Nichols rebounds it.
Need to call a timeout. Let these girls get in the ball game.
Now they're going to get a timeout as they get it into the front court with 1:44 to go, and we're on a whole slew of new Vikings checking into the ball game. High fives all around. A bunch of new Red Devils in the ball game as well. Couple players I don't have a name for as well for the Lady Devils. So we have Vance, Morrison, Fisher, Sheets, and Butler for the Lady Vikings. And Morrison shot no good into the hands of Fisher, and she's going to travel with it.
First unit pretty much in there for the Red Devils. I don't have 5 either. I hate that we can't recognize that young lady.
And a foul is called on Addie Morrison. That'll be her first.
And Addie, they played 2 quarters of JV. I think she had 4 fouls. She's very aggressive out there. She doesn't back down from anyone. So
Bailey Hall into the ball game for Maddie Vance. She'll check out.
Good job tonight by that young lady.
Ratchford to the line.
Played a lot of minutes off the bench.
She's been a key reserve for John Kennedy's group. Free throw good for Ratchford. She has 7. 67-30 the score.
So I think probably Lady Vikes and Coach Kennedy will be happy with the way that the young ladies responded here tonight.
Free throw missed Jillian Butler with the rebound and another Lady Viking turnover as Addie Morrison picks up the pivot foot.
Ravenswood starters trying to apply pressure, trying to get their easy shots too in this game. And
3 from Magoski in the corner off the inbound. Good. She has 19, 67-33. Fisher to Morrison. Another turnover. Here's Magoski with the steal and a foul on Morrison.
And there's no reason for Morrison to give that basketball up. There's no pressure there. She's the point guard. She's got to break it. You can't. You're gonna play with the big ladies out here late in the game. You got to take on the challenge.
So Maddie Vance will check in. Get the ball handler back on the floor. Bailey Hall will check out. 1:11 to go. Magoski's free throw up and in. She has 20. 20 of their 34. Where would they be without Haley Magoski tonight?
She was a driving machine trying to get to the basket.
Hadley Magoski, excuse me. That's both for her. 21. Here's Morrison, drive to the basket, shot blocked. And a tie up on the floor. Good block by Brooklyn Adams.
Bailey Hall back into the game for the Lady Vikings.
So Maddie Vance back out. Bailey Hall back in. 1 minute remaining. Ratchford, she'll get to the basket, up and under, shot won't go. Rebounded by Magoski. Her shot blocked by Fisher out of bounds. Good defense. She's got some good basketball genes in her.
Without a doubt.
Last time Viking boys basketball team went to the tournament, her dad and John Kennedy were a big part of that team.
Yep, sure were. Dennis Fisher.
Talk about an athletic big. Dennis Fisher was that guy.
Oh, my, yes. Grew into it. You didn't expect him at a young age to be as good as he turned out to be. He really worked hard to establish himself on the basketball court.
Inbound. Now Mosser, left wing. They'll get it to Magoski in the corner for 3. She got it. We get some garbage points here at the end.
Ravenswood's going to get it under 30 with their starters against our junior varsity throughout the last 2 minutes or minute and a half of this game.
Good effort from Magoski.
Good experience for these youngsters to get in and play against some pretty good competition out there. It wasn't for our first 5 or 6, but it's pretty good competition for this group.
Fisher will inbound it, throws it ahead to Vance. And Lady Vikings can dribble out the clock. Butler throws it away. All the way end to end, Ratchford. And they're going to call an offensive foul.
And that's going to be 5 on her, I do believe.
Charge taken there, I believe, Jeff. I don't know if that
Fisher.
was Tiffany Fisher.
Yep. Stood strong, went straight up, put the hands up, took the hit.
So Sammy Maxim will check in. Lady Vikings just have to get the ball across half court, and they'll do it. Vance into the front court, and they turn it over.
Just took a walk. Had the right idea, just needed to take one more dribble, jump stop, and throw it inside. So with 5 seconds to go, 67-38.
Here's Magoski, 2 seconds. She'll shoot one up from about 20 feet off the back of the iron, no good. And the Lady Vikings win it big here tonight, 67-38. We'll step out. We'll return with Viking head coach John Kennedy as the WVU Medicine Jackson General Hospital postgame report after this, right here on C98, The Bull. Welcome back to Ripley High School, joined now by Lady Viking head coach John Kennedy. Coach, your team wanted this one bad tonight, and you could feel it from the start. You guys just jumped all over Ravenswood early and never looked back.
Yeah, I was proud of the girls defensively tonight. They were extremely hungry and wanted a little bit of redemption tonight, and they definitely got it for sure.
Erin Ryan got you going early. She was making threes, getting it 2 feet in the paint, getting shots around the basket, playing great defense. She looks like a different player right now, Coach.
Yeah, she is. And we worked on it in practice in our prep and scout. You know, I figured they were going to throw some junk at us, and I told E, I said, baby, green light, go for it. You can shoot it. She played extremely well. I was so proud of her tonight for her game and all those girls. I mean, just a good win tonight.
Abby Eastman back on the floor tonight. This was the game she missed 16 days ago. Double-double for her tonight. 14 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists.
It's huge. I love that girl. She is an awesome young lady. And to have her back, it just gives everybody else confidence when they're out there playing. And Abby just, you know, she is one of our key cogs and one of those X factors that we talked about the other day, before the game, I'm sorry. And, you know, it's just nice to have her back in there and just start firing on all cylinders there tonight.
Coach, we knew that they were going to have something up their sleeve. Butch Barney always has some kind of game. They came out in triangle too. You recognized it immediately. I think they forgot that Erin Ryan can shoot the basketball, that Mac can knock down. It started raining threes, and it got contagious. And then, you know, even with Morgan Shanklin picking up fouls, we get Maddie in the game, and it just continued. And a steamroll, 25-point first period, held them under double digits to 8. Great defense, but spectacular offense.
Yeah, it was fun to watch it. And, you know, just when every shot was going up, you're thinking, sitting on the sidelines going, that one's in, there's another. And then, like you said, just contagious. And the girls feed off of one another so much and were complimentary of one another. And they had fun tonight. It's what it should be about. It's having fun, you know. It's a game.
Coach, you were switching everything defensively out on the perimeter. That made it difficult for Ratchford and Magoski to get into the paint. They started to get a little bit frustrated, and I thought you did a great job. Both of those girls are fantastic players. But tonight, Emily Ratchford not in double figures. That's a big key to why you had a victory tonight.
Yeah, on the board in the locker room, that was our first key to the win, was to contain both of them on the perimeter, not let them get downhill, contest outside shots, you know. And I thought Mac and Aaron and the rest of the girls that switched on them out there, they did a very good job tonight defensively on them.
Coach, you got a tough row ahead, man. This is a big win for you. 2 in a row now. As you had a week off after your win last Saturday against Brooke. You got a tough week next week. You got Logan and you have Nitro. Those are 2 key games for postseason seeding.
Absolutely. And, you know, you guys know me all too well. We're not looking past Logan. Logan's going to come in here. They're getting better. They're extremely well coached. Then, you know, when we go to Nitro, that's a huge sectional seeding game. You know, they're going to be at home. They're going to shoot better. They're going to play better. It's just the name of the game when you go to their house or anybody's house for that matter. Just like tonight, I mean, came out and just shot lights out, and it's just a fun evening.
You going to rest your voice tonight and the rest of the weekend?
Maybe a little. No practice tomorrow.
Go get some birthday cake. Derek Mullen's birthday tomorrow. I think he's going to have some birthday cake, so he better save us a couple.
Knowing Derek, he's probably got something like wheat and
it'll
grass.
I don't
want any of that. I want the fat stuff and stuff that tastes good.
Give me a good cake. I don't want carrots and celery. That's what Derek's having.
That's right.
Coach, enjoy your birthday,
Appreciate
man.
You,
enjoy his birthday. Congratulations, buddy.
Great job. Head coach John Kennedy beaming tonight after the effort, and who could blame him? Great effort here tonight.
His team gets to 11-3 on the season, their 14th game of the year, and in a big way, Jeff, it'll be interesting to see how it shakes out next week with those 2 teams on the docket, but they're certainly playing with a lot of swagger here as we only have about 8 games remaining in the regular season. So Lady Vikings, a big win here tonight. Next broadcast tomorrow. You and I will be back at it right here as the boys team will host Grafton for a little Saturday matinee. The the WVU Medicine Jackson General Hospital. Countdown to tip-off will begin at 2. That game's set to tip off at 2:30. So we'll get a little bit of rest, and we'll be back at it tomorrow afternoon.
Looking forward to it. You said it, though, in the interview with Coach Kennedy. They've got a Murderers Row coming up. Logan, Nitro, sectional regional opponents. They get Logan at home. Nitro on the road, as he said, is going to be tough. And then you look at the schedule as you did at halftime. It's not easy from here on out. So we're going to have this kind of effort each and every night, take them one at a time, and try to just keep chalking up wins.
Buddy, we'll wrap it up here from the Health Center. Our next broadcast, as we said, tomorrow afternoon. The countdown to tip-off begins at 2. The tip-off at 2:30. The Vikings hosting Grafton as they look to stay unbeaten here in the 2022-23 season. Say thank you to all of our sponsors of Viking basketball all season long right here on C98 The Bull. Special thanks to Rick Shannon, our station manager, and Jennifer Redmond for all of her hard work on a Friday night back at Viking Control. It was a good one, fun one tonight, partner. Good to be with you.
Sure was. Enjoyed it. Got off to a little rocky start here tonight, but what a happy ending. Congratulations to the Vikings, Lady Vikings, and getting the win here against arch rival Ravenswood.
Your final score, Vikings 67, Red Devils 38. For Jeff Waybury, I'm Brian Johnson. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great night. Until tomorrow afternoon, God bless. We'll see you then.